Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, let's push forward and know that it's going to be okay. It's going to be. If it's not in this moment, it surely will be to the best of our ability. I am just lost right now. A little bit, try to get some. Anyhowsen. I have my coffee. I'm gonna have a smoke. We're gonna breathe for a second. I don't have the game board set up. Maybe I should do that just in case anybody wants to roll the dice. I'm a little bit behind on the ball this morning, without a doubt. A little bit might be an underestimate. We're gonna find out how much a little bit is underestimating what I got going on here today, and then we'll go from there, I suppose. But all right, slow and steady, I suppose, this morning. It always is slow and steady. Start off nice and easy. Take our time, take a deep breath, and know that it's all going to be okay. I want to need something to write on. With. Okay, there we go. We're in good shape. I think, or something. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Hey, how you doing there, Shard? We appreciate you, Shard VR. Welcome in today. Everything's going to be all right. Whether you believe it or not, whether you let go or not, whether we get there in misery or not, everything's going to be all right, my friend. I hope you're holding up today. You don't need to hear this advice, but I need to hear it sometimes. I'm having one of them days where the world struggles against you. I can't see. Hey, how you doing there? I can't see Jay and Scott W. Yo, boy. What's up, guys? I appreciate you coming in today and helping me get motivated, helping me move forward. I'm not sure what today is going to bring, and I'm feeling anxious about it either way. Whether it works out or not, it's going to suck, but it's going to be all right. We're going to push forward, do the next right thing to the best of our ability, my friends. Starting with the ritual of chatting a little bit with you guys, having a cup of coffee. We set up the game board if you're into it. I am not going to push this morning. What's this say? Leg day today. Woke up miserable. Finding out some info. Had to pick my. It's all right, Scott W. I'm kind of with you. Not necessarily at the moment, my friend, but if you'd like to edit for us, become part of the crew. I'm not looking for anybody. That's what I wanted to kind of chat with you about. Like, communicate through text. What I am looking for is members of this community, and then bringing their skill sets to the table to be part of this community of hope, appreciation. I know that my shorts don't really, show this thing that we're working on here. Is why I wanted you to be a part of the coffee in the morning to see what the real push here is lately, which is bringing a group together, getting our day off right, starting off on the right foot, and doing the next right thing to the best of our ability. If you would like to edit for me, that could be possible. And I would like to start gearing it towards this concept as well, not just the adventure that I'm showing on the shorts and the long forms. But I'm not sure how to do so because I'm not a technology guy, nor am I too concerned about it at the moment, my brother. But if you want to stick around for a while, if you like what we're doing here, we'd appreciate it. I feel like, monster, Bro, I've had those days too, Scott W. I'm sorry that you feel that way, my friend. This is not reality. You are not a goon. You're not a monster, my friend. Not even close. I appreciate you deeply. It's going to be a rough day. We're going to struggle in 1,000 different ways today, but we're going to push forward. How you doing, Jonathan Friend? T-bone steak time. Is it T-bone steak time? You sending the T-bone steak? I have not been to Australia, Flan. I would like to check out. So we got to go west first here in the States, is the game plan. We got to do something about the old busted Galactic Avenger. We got to move forward. And MD, we missed you, MD. I hope you're holding up well. Good to have you back. Good morning. Creepy little eyeballs. Frank. I don't live in my car, Frank. Right now, we're headed to help a friend out. And it's a huge question mark this morning, but it's all going to be all right. Whether we'll have some work, whether we're going to be out of the house for days on end. I'm not sure about any of it. but I'm going to do the best I can to push forward and be positive in this moment that I'm in. Scott, I did the gym and didn't want to at all, but I have to. You should. I do have a Gold's Gym membership, and I totally need to start taking care of myself better, Scott. I appreciate you. Doing okay? We always do, and I'm glad to see that you made it through the other side, MD. It's going to be okay. That's the theme of the day, is how it's going to be okay. One of the things I like to think about, no matter what the struggle I'm in, is how is it going to feel in 3 months? You know, this grief that you're feeling is definitely not going anywhere. That's one of those things that doesn't fade over time, but most things are going to fade over time. If you're struggling this morning and you're trying to give thanks and you're trying to figure out a way out of the misery and pain, try to evaluate that, and that might help you. I am having a rough one today when it comes to everything, and it's all right. I'm going to hold on and know that this too shall pass. Sometimes you got to use 2 lighters. Oh, come on. To get your day going. Sometimes you got to figure out a way to step over the bullshit and push forward. You still not bought another lighter? I had one and I lost it. That's my life. Frank, wow, so many folks are on the edge or losing it all. Yes, it's a painful world out there, but we are trying to create a community of compassion, love, appreciation, respect, and you know, some of the tools that I've been given to navigate all of this pain. It's great to see you too, Scott W. Eat beef and cheese sticks here. Most of the time, that's it. Just keep going on for the sakes. We're going to keep pushing forward for the good of our brothers and sisters and ourselves in this community. CC, we appreciate you deeply for expressing that. And give me a second, CC. I apologize. They want to let that go out. I don't have another lighter, but your brother is a hard thing to digest. I understand that particular feeling completely. You know, it's something that will linger and ache on you for a while, but we have to honor our loved ones that have passed by doing the next right thing to the best of our ability. And I hope, CC, you find a way. How do you make income? Jay, doing the next right thing to the best of my ability does not pay shit. So DoorDash and Spark driving has been really rough lately since I came back to the house here in New York, so I could help some friends out, and that's where I'm headed now, is to help out a friend. I'm not sure, maybe just to get paid for the last 2 days. It's a huge question mark what I'm doing today. Hello, Undertaker. No problem, CC. It's a struggle in a process here. You know, send love to your loved ones by doing the next right thing, by honoring them, by being the loving, caring human being that they loved you for. They hope that you can find your way through the pain. I know my brothers are looking down on us with your brother right now, wanting something more from us, wanting us to experience the beauty of life, the compassion, appreciation, and respect that comes along with being in this place. Are you in a car? Yes, I am in a car. It's a cigarette, my friends. Anyway, I am feeling a bit off this morning, and I apologize for that. I've been pushing pretty hard, but I recommend you continuously push towards the goal. We got to get out of the old Galactic Avenger, find a way to move forward and do the next right thing, which means going to Sally's house first and finishing a remodel there. You know, and we're stacking cash to do the best we can today. Not on my watch, pal. Thank you. I feel safe and guarded now that you're back, MD. You're absolutely amazing and appreciated. It's been a long road without you here the last couple of days, and I know you've been going through a lot. So we appreciate you pushing through this grief and allowing yourself to digest the pain that you needed to digest to be okay, even if just in this moment. Good morning from New York, William, Frank, George. Good morning from New York. Yes, me as well, my good friend. Rolls Royce. Yeah, it's a Rolls Royce, all right. She's the Rolls Royce of Galactic Avengers here. What we're gonna do? Maybe I could see you guys a little bit better if I stick you here. Usually we go for the window so we can play Know Your Role, but I don't know how well that's gonna play out today. So we're gonna stick you right there. If you don't notice, we may have a thing or two in the back seat here. Pushing forward. We may be headed to Rochester today. We may not be. So I had to throw together everything as quickly as possible this morning to try to make sure that we have at least half of the things we may need if we decide to, if it does work out to move forward. But we do have to head over to Phoenix and get our day moving and see what it's going to bring. Acceptance, love, and hope, appreciation in our hearts that it'll all work out exactly the way it needs to. That doesn't mean that we'll have to do nothing. That means that we'll have to do a lot of work to get there in a positive, appreciative way, especially if you're in pain. And I understand that pain so completely and deeply. It's a big reason why I try to alleviate as much pain as I can and try to hand out the tools that I've been given of acceptance and appreciation. These things that take time for us to develop in our heart. Getting through pain isn't something that happens instantly. And if it's something that you felt like you've conquered instantly, good for you. But I fear for you. Because it'll come back and grab you if we don't acknowledge it and heal our way through. I can promise you that. And I apologize not being able to read what you guys got going on there, but we've got a pretty good community here. Scott W. and MD, Crank, James will be in here eventually. I'm almost sure of it. And our turtle herd will help guide you through while I drive if there's anything in particular that you need to express today. And I absolutely cannot see what you guys are writing, and I apologize, but we're going to push forward and do the next right thing to the best of our ability today, despite not knowing how it's going to be, despite not being 100% sure, despite not really wanting to do what we're going to do, if we're even going to do it. So, like, you know, the question mark for me is horrible, but sometimes we got to deal with the question mark and push forward. And I lost that other lighter. Of course I did. I still can't find it. Let's see if it's over here. I'm trying to light two lighters and drive at the same time is ridiculous. But that's my life. The shit show that is my life. We push forward and do the best we can with the cards we're dealt. And I don't know about you, but I get dealt some pretty crazy hands sometimes. Like, are these cards even in the deck? Like, where did these cards come from? Well, stand your ground and know that this too shall pass. Good, bad, or indifferent. You can't fight the flow of life forever, my friends. I implore you to sit back, relax, and allow the flow of life to take you exactly where you need to be. It's probably hard to hear you, my shit Galactic Avenger, now that there's no door panel, and we might have a few things the seats used to be, but we might have some stuff to do today for the next few days. Oh, here we go. Of course, there it is. Alright, that'll help. Take the opportunity when it arises, whether you truly want to or not. The opportunity to paint a couple places on my own popped up, and I have to take that opportunity because I need to move forward and alleviate some of the issues in my life, which is this car, is first of all. Being able to get back to Sally's and do the next right thing. Reaper, I see you in there. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well for all my friends in YouTube land today. I know it's not going to be the most entertaining. I'm extremely distracted. Quite a bit wiped out. A little bit lost and broken today, but that's what we do. We come together and we understand how we're feeling so we can push through it and become something more, my friends. Hang on for a while. It's going to be all right. This too shall pass. It's gonna be okay. Leo Vaughn said this the other day in a way that really hit my heart. It's gonna be okay. That too. That as well. It's gonna be all right. It might not seem like it when we're in the moment. We're caught in pain. We're caught in grief. We're caught in anguish and loss for the way that the world plays out around us. It doesn't feel like it's going to be okay. And it can actually be offensive. It can bother me to the point where, how dare you tell me it's going to be okay? I lost everything I've loved. How do you know it's going to be okay? Well, I'm not the only person in the world that's lost everything they love or lost parts of what they've loved or parts of themselves through the way that the world's played out. And it's always been okay in the end. Now, is it going to be great? Are you going to feel all right? Is it going to be rose petals and whiskey dreams? It may not be for a while, but in this moment, it will be okay. You just got to embrace that thought that this too shall pass, whatever it is, and put the work in to get to where you need to be. If you're looking to heal from pain, you have to walk through that pain. You have to walk through the door that has been opened before you. Through your actions, love, and appreciation, there is a way out. Anger, pain, diminishing your brothers and sisters in the world because it gives you that instant gratification of this release of pain that isn't a true release. It's a momentary break from the pain because you were able to hand that boulder over for a moment. Isn't something that is sustainable unless it isn't. You can keep handing pain out and keep getting that small instant gratification, but you'll never be able to sit back and be in your own mind alone and be okay in a quiet, centered moment. One of these days we'll get back to what we normally do. I don't think it's going to be today. I got my fingers crossed that we'll be able to pick up these couple projects, even though I don't want to do a couple projects on my own. But I do want to move forward and find a way back to Sally's. Figure out what the next right thing is, despite not knowing what I'm doing and where I'm going. And that's okay sometimes too. That's okay a lot of the times. We don't know where we're going, what we're doing, and where we're going. Sometimes, as Alan said, we got to be a little ingenuitous. Put the ingenuity into it. Sometimes you got to take two lighters to get a light. Sometimes you got to push forward and throw a bunch of tools in the car and hope for the best that we'll get there, and I know that we'll be able to tackle this thing. I'll be able to tackle this thing without a doubt if it's something that my buddy was able to line up. But I've got to be ready for it. And I've got to accept where it comes to fruition or not. I could just say, well, maybe it won't work out, so I won't worry about packing all this stuff up. I won't worry about doing all these things because it might be a waste of my time. Well, if I get there and he says, go on ahead, and I got to drive all the way up to Rochester, it'd be a good idea to be prepared, right? For whatever scenario yet may come to fruition for you. Take it with a grain of salt, but at face value. Get ready for the possibility. So if it does play out, you can be ready to go. And I'm not saying that I'm really that ready. Not at all this morning. Not at all. I threw together a handful of things into my piece of shit car. Praying it doesn't rain. Because we got some issues with that. But go sleep on a floor for a few days because obviously the mattress ain't back there with what we got going on today. So we're going to find out how real the struggle is over the next couple days, or maybe we'll be doing everything standardly again tomorrow. We'll be able to take time and relax and sit together without all this other stuff going on. unfortunately, with life, we don't know sometimes. We don't know a lot of times. And it's okay to not know. It's something that I struggle with. That question mark drives me absolutely insane. And I'm horrible at making a game plan. How's that for you? But it's all right. It's going to be okay. We're going to push forward and strive to be better human beings. Even 1% better today, huh, Scott W? I see you got your coffee. I can't really read too much of what you guys got going on, but I see the likes going up there, and that's very much appreciated. We got a couple friends in here chatting with each other. MD's back today, which is a blessing. Scott's back as always, which is another blessing. And we're going to go forward with that right there. I know I have absolutely no signal at Randy's, so we're going to, probably when we get to his exit, we'll cut this off so we don't just get chopped up. I go work out what I got to work out to see what the day is going to bring. But either way, I'll hop back on here and we'll have another little conversation. There a little bit better. How's that look? I'm live, am I? Come on, we're already cutting out on us. A little bit better. I haven't really gotten the hang of this yet. I'm kind of just shooting in the dark a lot of times. But I like to have you guys involved. I like to have you, I like to be here in the morning doing the next right thing. Consistency for me has been something that's been hard to obtain because of the world of chaos I grew up in. I'm getting used to it as I move forward, and I'm getting more comfortable with it. Even though I tend to work against myself when it comes to consistency sometimes, my friends. But we're going to be all right. Despite how the day plays out, everything's going to be okay. If you're out there struggling, which most of us are, I appreciate you pushing through the struggle. You continuously pushing forward and doing your best to do the next right thing is the best that you can do sometimes, most of the time, without knowing what the outcome is going to be. Absolute scary thing, right? Not when we can, every morning, with the vision of truth and understanding, with a good heart, I stand before you uncertain and broken and ready to face the day, knowing that it's going to be okay, that we're going to be all right. I had quite the anxiety attack yesterday, to be quite honest with you. And I express that because, no matter how much of the right thing we're doing sometimes, it's still a struggle. If you struggle with anxiety, it's not just going to go away because you have some magical epiphany. But we can weather the burden together and figure out a way through the darkness. I believe that completely. I'm not sure how you guys can hear me, or if at all, especially now that, everything that's going on in here. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you more than I can say. You have helped me define a better path for myself through compassion, love, and appreciation for myself first, to fill my cup with love and appreciation for who I am. And I implore you to do the same. Then we can reach out and care for our families and then our communities in that order. Because what I was told, the only way that works. I tried to skip that first step for years. I thought that taking care of me didn't make any difference, right? I'm just this thing, but it's all right. You are not just this thing. You're a valuable part of this world, and what you bring into it is an amazing thing, my friends. Even if it's just in my little life and the crazy, chaotic nature of the way things have always rolled out before me. But it's brought me to amazing places. It's also brought me to dark and broken places as well, and that's where the medicine lies. We find the medicine as we need it. We pick up the tools as we go to grow and learn to the best of our ability. That's all I'm trying to do here is spread the tools that I was given. Spread the knowledge, love, and appreciation of hope and appreciation. Some days it's fluid and some days it's not.
I will be me on any given day. I can promise you that, despite where we go and how we get there. Having faith that it's all going to be exactly what it needs to be, despite the chaotic nature of life, we're going to be all right. But you got to roll the dice, right? You got to do the thing you don't want to do today. Most likely, you're going to have to do the thing you don't want to do today, and that's okay. The opportunity might arise, and it might boil a little bit of fear and anxiousness in your heart. But you got to take the leap. You got to get ready for that opportunity, whether it plays out that way or not. You got to load the old Galactic Avenger up with everything imaginable that might be needed to accomplish the task ahead, and hope that that task comes to fruition, even though we know it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle today. It's going to be a struggle for the next few days if we get there and this situation plays out the way that we hope it does, and kind of hope it doesn't, I guess. It'd be nice to not paint, it'd be nice to paint both these places by myself, but it's also going to be a struggle, and it's going to be a trial, and but we're going to push through it together, because we're meant to weather the burden together. I believe that fully, my friends. To make this a short one here, because we're about to hit the exit. When I get some time to chat with you guys, we'll get back on here and chat. Hopefully a little bit before I can hit the road, or maybe for an extended period of time if I don't hit the road today on this projects on my own. Grateful and in fear at the same time, right? Grateful and resentful at the same time. It's a crazy thing, right? I don't want to go do this thing that I might be able to do today all by myself, but that's going to get us one step closer to Sally's doing that. And I'm going to push forward and keep doing the best I can to do the next right thing, and I implore you to do the same. Despite the anguish and the struggle that might come along with it, despite how we have to set ourselves aside what we'd really want. There's a lot to do at the house, a lot to do with the car, but when an opportunity arises that could change everything for you, it's not going to be ideal. It's not going to be perfect. We're going to have to figure out a way to say yes. Because it's so easy to say no, isn't it? It's so easy to say no to the opportunity that arises when we can just keep doing this normal routine that is going to make sure we're staying. But when we roll the dice and take this chance, the opportunities become endless. I implore you today to take the chance to say yes to the thing that might be uncomfortable. To say yes to the thing that you know is going to be a struggle, because that struggle is going to help us get somewhere that we couldn't have gotten without the struggle, my friends. And I really wish that I could read what you guys got going on, but we got to pay attention to what's going on the road here. Loaded up with a ridiculous amount of paint, and probably a ridiculous more, hoping that we're able to do this thing we don't necessarily want to do, so we can push forward and find a better place for ourselves. And that starts with me putting out there in the universe that I want a small bus. And now the works arise. It's not necessarily something I want to do, but I want the outcome. So we do it. We push forward, and we do the next right thing to the best of our ability. And I appreciate all my brothers and sisters out there for the love and compassion that you all have in your heart. And we'll stop here at this gas station, read a couple comments, and then from there, I don't think we're going to have a signal at all in comparison to what we had yesterday while we were out here. So we'll take a few minutes and make sure everybody out there is all right, make sure there's nothing I missed that needs to be seen or heard. I'm confident that my turtle herd out there is taking care of anybody that has come in with pain and anguish in their heart, because that's what we do here as a group. We do our best to give the tools that we've been given: compassion, love, appreciation, through the struggle, through the trials and tribulations that the world lays out before us. We're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. Maybe not in this moment, maybe not the next one, but if we strive to be 1% better on a daily basis, 100 days might seem a far lot off, but in that 100 days, you just may hit that 100%. And I'm not saying that you could do that every single day either. It's almost impossible. Scott, eyes front. Yes, you're very much right. Eyes front. Hugs
to all of those who are hurting. Very much so, MD. We appreciate you very much. Hours of this, of that. 24 hours of that sheet. Thanks, Ryan. Scott will appreciate that. Thank you, Ryan. Let's see what Ryan's got going on. Doing great. We do appreciate that. You're doing absolutely amazing, Ryan. You're doing great today, pushing forward. Big baller. You're out of call. What are we looking at here? As you can tell, the Galactic Avenger is not set up as a camper car in the morning. It is a construction vehicle today. As we all kind of change up what we have to change up to be what we need to be in the moment. Looks like we got some haters in here that MD had to get rid of. Well, whatever pain they're in, we hope that they find a way through that pain. Vash, YT, what time is it? What are we looking at here? 7:30. Yeah, we got a few minutes to chill before we head down to Randy's house. It was not too far, but it looks like we got an all right signal here at this moment. W100 GB, don't get a date. What T-Mobile? 100 gig. How did you get 100 gigs? What deal are you on? That I used 40 and they started slowing me down, brother. Be right back. Not that sheet. Eyes front. Very much right, MD. Very much right. Hope everybody's doing well out there. We're chatting a little bit about how everything's going to be all right despite the pain we're in. I know that's a hard thing to hear. I believe me, I understand from the depths of my heart how hard it can hear that everything's going to be okay. How dare you tell me through my tragedy and pain and loss and grief that everything's going to be fine? This is my pain, and I will hold on to it, right? I did that for too long, and it did nothing but add toxicity into my life and into my heart and destroy me in a way that I don't deserve to be destroyed, that you don't deserve to be destroyed. We find true compassion and love for ourselves through moving forward with compassion and love for ourselves, with letting go and understanding that it will be okay despite the tragedy, despite the loss, despite whatever you may be going through. Mario plan, let me look. What are we looking at, Scott W.? What are we looking at today, brother? With that being said, I'm going to try to go get a game plan for the day going. Guys, I will be back as soon as I possibly can. We may be heading out on an epic adventure of daily proportions on our own. I know that you guys will be along the journey with me, which really helps me out. I've got T-Mobile, I know, but it doesn't... Magenta plan? Did I read that right? It's too early in the morning, and I'm trying to get my brain going. Scott, I appreciate you. We might have to change up our plan for T-Mobile. Anyway, take it from Patrick Swayze, guys. Everything's going to be fine. Put your tie on today. Buckle up your bootstraps and do the thing you don't want to do. I pay $165 a month for 2 unlimited phones. Change your plan. It's not my plan. I jumped onto my brother's plan, so I got to talk to him. I got to talk to Rob sometime soon. He's got a lot going on. And, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure today. I'm feeling a little bit hesitant, a little bit lost, a little bit broken, but that's okay. I had quite the anxiety attack yesterday. If you know anything about anxiety, it's something overwhelming and painful, but it's all right. We're gonna figure out a way to know our role and do the next right thing to the best of our ability today. We're going to pile this Galactic Avenger with everything needed possible for the next couple days and hope that plays out. Even though there's a small part of me who doesn't want to tackle this giant alone. And we do got this, right? Thank you, Scott W. I'm not alone. We're in this show together, right, guys? We're developing a community of love, respect, and appreciation. And, I wish every day could be as amazing as the days we could just chat and be involved and heal and grow and focus on these amazing things. But this world requires effort for us to be able to push through. It's going to be all right. I don't know what that update's all about. We don't really care. But I'm going to take a second and enjoy my coffee. Appreciate you guys coming in today and helping me find a way to wean through the anxiety and the stress of what may be not knowing. It's well, I guess old boy never did send anything. Anyway, I'm gonna cut off, head down to Randy's, straighten this out. Looks like we're not headed out, which is a heartbreaking thing because we could have been so much closer to the end goal. Turtle herd assemble, she says. Awesome. Well, you guys do your best to do the next right thing. Let me go down here to Randy and at least get paid for the last couple days of helping him out. And I'll be right back as well, MD. Just give me a little bit of time, and I guess we're going to figure out what is to come next together as a group. I got to get down here to Randy's where I have absolutely no signal and at least take care of that today. You know, life can be disappointing. Even if we're struggling with what may have to be done, and then it falls through, it's a disappointment, because what could have been done could have really boosted us up. But for now, I'm going to say my fond farewells, my love, appreciation, respect, and hope for everybody out there. Acknowledge the struggle that we're going through, and then I guess we're going to find a nice place to have a cup of coffee and figure out what comes next, because I'm not sure what to do next. I had all my ducks in a row for this, or at least not even. They were like half jumbled in a row, I suppose. Scott W., be safe and keep your head up. We're going to happen next, in the next 10 times better than what you did get or lose. You're right. I appreciate that, Scott. We got to have faith that everything's going to be all right. In this moment, in the next moment, there is a little bit of a sense of relief that I won't be painting multiple projects by myself over the next week, but there is a sense of loss and brokenness about it, because I was hopeful that we'd be a hell of a lot closer to placing in. Hey, Tyson, it's good to see you this morning, brother. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're holding up. I hope that everything is working out exactly the way it needs to work out for you to be in a good place. And if not, feel free to express yourself, my friend. This is what we do here with love, compassion, and hope in our heart. I guess I don't necessarily have to run to Randy's. Let's sit here for a few minutes. And I don't even know. That just changed everything today. But we got to accept what it is. You know, the opportunity, the possibility was there. We weren't made any promises, but we got ready for the opportunity, despite those promises. You know, and I'm physically worn. I was ready to physically destroy myself to push forward, to be able to do the next right thing. You're on PC. Awesome. Well, we're glad that you joined us today, my friend. For whatever today will play out, it looks like it's not going to play out the way that we had hoped. And you know, here's the funny thing: we can hope for something and hope not for it at the same time, right? And I was kind of doing both, and I feel shitty about that, because I wasn't looking forward to going and doing all of this by myself. The fact that Randy just sent us that message that old boy didn't send anything is kind of heartbreaking. But I know he ran down there and got paid, so let's go get a few bucks in our pocket. Maybe we'll just take today and do something fun. How's that sound? Do something fun. Try to find a place where we can relax and appreciate the day. There's a lot to go on. There's a lot still to be done. A lot of work to be done either way, at the house, with the car, and life in general. Terry's got some stuff for us to paint. I could get a hold of her and get that straightened out, since I do have Randy's paint sprayer. I could get that taken care of. You're a police. Good. We appreciate your service, brother. Thank you, Scott W. I have been pushing hard, and I appreciate that recognition. It's hard to have that recognition when, you know, you see this mountain. Yeah, we've been climbing some pretty decent hills here today, you know, and there was this mountain that I was preparing to climb that would have been amazing on the other side and tormenting going through. So there was this wave of emotions that comes over when it gets canceled, I guess. But we still do have the sprayer. We can go spray that I'm doing pretty good there, guy. Circle guy. We're pushing forward, letting it be what it needs to be today in any given moment, with compassion, love, hope, and appreciation in our heart. we're pushing through and accepting exactly what it is, despite what we may want or not want. I mean, that's the funny thing. There's definitely times in life where you want one thing and you don't want it at the same time. Believe me, you don't want to climb that mountain, but you know that the reward for climbing that mountain is astronomical, so you're willing to do it, and you're kind of excited about it. And then all of a sudden you don't got to climb the mountain, and you're disappointed a little bit, but it's okay. I take everything with a grain of salt, but for face value, because there will be a time where I get prepped up, spend this time and effort getting ready, and it plays out. I know that without a doubt. And it's still not completely off the table. Randos are going to be out in the middle of the woods, so I highly doubt. I'm quite, wait, whoa. Question I know, I don't care about what. Cigarettes are not healthy for you. Don't question that. I know that. I know without a doubt cigarettes are not healthy for me. And I implore you not to smoke. And stick around for a while. Help me figure it out. Right now we're in Syracuse, New York. Alex, neither 90% of... neither is 90% of the food you eat. Yes, everything's killing us nowadays. But I'm not trying to defend smoking, not at all. I appreciate your concern, my friends, and I do care. I know it's horrible for me, and I'm looking to push forward and to quit this thing that's horrible for me. Toothpicks and hard candy. Maybe that's the deal today. I think the first step is picking an amount of cigarettes that would be me cutting down. Acknowledging how many I smoked today. This is my second one. And then tomorrow, cutting that number down. I think that might be the first step. What do you guys say? Survive past 30. Wow. I didn't think I'd make it to 32 there, Circle Guy. I'm 40 right now, my friend. So there's no definitions in life. So here's the thing, too. You can be as certain as you want, Circle Guy, about a lot of things. You want to make it past 30. That's fine. You could step out onto your porch and a meteor could fall on your damn head. Now that's very unlikely, but you could be driving in the car and someone could hit you. The statistics are a lot heavier for that. You could have a stroke tomorrow eating healthy your entire life. I got an uncle that's been chain smoking, eating bacon every single damn day, and that is going to last forever. These things that we say that we're pushing forward, we don't get to make that decision. We don't get to decide that. And if you already were way off, bro, I've already blown your statistics out of the water by 10 years. And I've been smoking since I was like 11, which is absolutely horrific. I was handed these tools as a child, and I have compassion for the child that went through it, bro. His car is a Rolls Royce. You said he's a beggar. Oh yeah, it's a Rolls Royce. All right. You want to see the old Rolls Royce with no seats in it, the old Dodge Avenger that I've piled up, hoping that we'd have something to do today. Yeah, well, you're doing one step a day. You might find a balance, right? We can't, and I don't know how much experience you have with certain things, my friend there, Circle Guy. But feel free to experience life and to be open and to not be as judgmental. It's hard to quit something that I was given as a child as a coping mechanism. Yes, as a child. And I have compassion for that child that went through it. And I struggle with this thing. And I appreciate you pointing it out. That's almost, yes, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing, my friend, but the world's full of horrible things. And when we're given these things to cope, I appreciate you acknowledging you're just joking around, brother. Alexander, Yule, and as you're doing one step a day, you might just find a balance. Thank you so much. We're looking for a balance here. We're looking for open, honest communication. No, yeah, the last one, no unwanted sex. Yes, I mean that's whatever they say. No, all the rest of the stuff too, if you can, but don't judge somebody who's been given those tools. We can only really use the tools we've been given here, my friends. There's no way that as a child, that if you were given the tools that I was given, you wouldn't end up where I'm at. But as a younger man,
pushing through, knowing there's something more, I was given a lot more tools. And I hope that the fact that I do this doesn't diminish me in your eyes enough where we can't hear each other. Scott is on the Forbes richest list. MIQ. Wow, dude. Point me out, brother. Hell yeah. Let me get on that list. Here's the thing. I could be. You know that. How do you know? You are not young, Gramps. Here's the thing. Compared to someone 70, it's all perception, brother. Because you're 20, you're 10, you're 15. I'm not young. You're talking to a 70-year-old man would call me a pup. Believe that. And there's still many days to come. There's still many days to come. Many days to come, despite the bullshits. And I might smoke for the next 30 years. And you might go out into the world and say the wrong thing to the wrong person. They might knock you out. You might never get up. I mean, these are realities of things. Oh, the circle guy, you're currently trying to quit too. Yes, dude, quit then, man. What are we talking about with all the judgment, brother? I hate getting old. James, I'm not a big fan of getting old myself, brother. That's the first comment I've ever seen. I hope you've been in. If not, no mean comments on your watch. Well, here's the thing. We do appreciate people expressing themselves fully. Sometimes it's good to acknowledge the fact that these people are trying to hand pain. That's what we do in pain. That's another tool that I was given that's just as toxic, if not more, as smoking. And I've decided to work on that tendency first, to stop handing out pain. Thank you very much, Hem. We're gonna call you Hem, if that's all right, Hem. I don't want to slaughter your name, but I appreciate you very much, Hem. As a young man, move forward with the understanding and appreciation that with an open heart we can learn and grow. And what do you want to work on? Yeah, I've faltered on the smoking cigarettes thing, but I've found a sense of peace and love and compassion in my heart through communication, respect, and reflection of these tools that I've been given. And I strive to give these tools. I hope that my smoking doesn't, House again from Ireland, my smoking doesn't diminish the tools I'm trying to lay out before you, because they are good tools. And I focused on not being in a dark and broken place. I focused on acknowledging the love and the light that my brothers and fathers, mother and my grandmother and countless friends that have gone on to the other side, and loved ones that have laid out before me, so I could share those tools in honor of my loved ones. And I have put smoking as a secondary, but as a group, I'm hoping that we can join together and you can help me out with this. I think vaping tastes better than cigarettes, bro. Yeah, vaping does taste better, but it gets me bronchial. It's something about the excess moisture or whatnot over time. I feel better, I can breathe better, and then all of a sudden I get some kind of infection and I feel horrible. It's all right there, MD. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be amazing. There is a sense of relief that came over me when that text hit, that I wouldn't be doing this, but who knows? Who knows? I could get there and the guy could call. Or do you work here at the Circle, or at the gas station there, my friend? I haven't not yet to be kicked out of a gas station for parking too long, so don't worry about it, brother. We're going to be all right. I appreciate you concerned about my well-being. You're an absolute gracious human being. Let's work on that today. Let's work on walking a little softer and knowing that it's going to be okay. Knowing that you might have fear in your heart for what may happen to me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you being open and honest about that fear, because that's what we do here. We open ourselves up with love and compassion and appreciation, and we show that there's hope in the world. There's hope for me to quit smoking. There's hope for me to find a place of center of love and appreciation. There's hope for us all to join together and spread love and appreciation. if that's something you're looking to do, and it looks like you are, you're just trying to force that love and appreciation in your parameters. Don't smoke. You're a horrible human being and all this stuff. Like, I'm not telling you not to do anything. What I'm telling you is that there's a better way besides anger, pain, and frustration. I'm sure that maybe you've lost somebody. All right. Well, no, I appreciate you being healthy. I appreciate you, Andrew, and your point of view. Sick today. Priest, I'm sorry to hear that, my brother. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. But I'm going to cut off here for a little bit, go see what the game plan is, do the best I can. I appreciate everybody being concerned about my health, because I am very concerned about yours as well. More about your emotional well-being at any given moment than what you may be doing. And this is the bottom of the barrel to the numbing agents that I was given as tools as a child. And I've separated myself from all of those. And this one I will separate myself from, as a group. I'm sure I will gather the strength eventually. At this moment, I find myself being okay with it, even though I'm not a fan of what I do. Well, and that's a horrible thing to go through your parents' divorce, and it definitely shows that we all go through pain and anguish, my friend. And I know you're trying to alleviate pain and anguish in your own way by putting your parameters of life on another human being, but that's not how it works. That doesn't stop the anguish when the music stops, and the frustration and the loss, and the anxiety that ensues when I don't smoke. And I'm not saying that I want to do this forever. I want to find a way out. Don't worry about it, James. I'm going to run down the road here, talk to my buddy, assure that we don't have any giant mountain to climb, and then I'll figure out a spot we could sit and chat a little bit more. Maybe get out and do something for ourselves today. Maybe we'll go help Terry out. I haven't quite figured that out yet. And that's all right. If you haven't quite figured it out, keep pushing forward. Cooler and cooler house. Yeah, and here's the thing too, these tools that we were given, and I'm assuming at a young age for you too as well, House, it's hard to separate ourselves from them, even though we know how hard they are for us, and that's what we're working on together. Yeah, and you still have your parents, and we appreciate that, Circle. We all know about we know about grief, depression, and loss here, and you're in the right place if you're dealing with that stuff. And we appreciate your opinion too there, Money. It's a beautiful world if we let it. It's a tragic, broken place if we make it. And sometimes vice versa, and it's confusing, right? How does that make sense that it can be both? That's the world. Gambling will make us rich. Say that to all the people coming out of the casino in the morning when we sit there depressed and broken at 8 in the morning because they spent all night losing all their money. Say that to the gentleman that was pulling $15,000 out of the register there at the casino with the most lost, broken look on his face. And I asked him why he was so upset. That's a hell of a lot of money. And he told me that he put a $200,000 house and his car on the line, and this is all he's got left. He's got to go tell his wife he's got to move out of the house and she's going to leave him. It's designed for the house to win, so I don't really get into gambling. That's a whole nother vice. Hey, this is the test amount for YouTube. Okay, I will be recording the inappropriate language. Please contact us for more information. Sure, whatever you say, brother. Whatever you say. I take everything with a grain of salt. How dare we communicate in an open and loving, compassionate way? Yes. It sounds like nonsense to me as well. Someone grasping for control, someone in fear and loss of control in their life for some other reason. I'm absolutely sure of it. But anyway, with that being said, I'm off like a herd of turtles. But just for a moment, my friends, give me a little bit of time. We'll hop back on here, continue our conversation with all love, appreciation, respect in my heart for everybody who's come in and chatted with us today. A rolling tray. What are we talking about? Yes, this is a rolling tray. It's for rolling the dice, my friends. Just like Yonda. And we plaster all the winners onto the old Galactic Avenger here, honoring them for taking a chance and rolling the dice at any given moment. So with that being said, let me go take care of the business of this morning, and hope and pray that we'll be on our way to take care of a couple projects, and hope and pray we won't. A little bit of both. Let's let it play out the way it needs to be. I know my aunt does too. One time I asked her, do you not feel don't start smoking. Take all these things that you're saying, but don't be so adamant about what somebody else should do in this moment, because here's the reality of it. Most people are thick-headed. You tell them not to do something, they're going to keep doing it, and I'm working on that as well. So, if you're really trying to help people, stick around. Try to get in the solution. Try to find love and compassion and appreciation for your brothers and sisters and yourself. That's the best I can tell you. But for now, I'm going to have to let you guys go. I'll see you here in a little bit, and we'll come up with a game plan for the day together, I guess. I know it's all going to be all right. It's all going to be exactly what it needs to be, but I got to go take care of business right down the road here where we don't have a signal. So with that, I'm off like a herd of turtles, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Thanks for everybody coming in. Thanks for the comments. Circle Guy, we appreciate your point of view, but mellow it out a little bit. We understand your frustration. I don't want people to do drugs because I lost my brothers to heroin and fentanyl. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to tell you that, what you have to do. What I'm going to tell you is that the possibility's out there, and I appreciate you putting the possibility in front of me. I appreciate you putting that understanding. But remember, we don't know how it can play out. I could quit smoking today, feel healthier by next week, and then get smashed by a semi-truck. It doesn't guarantee anything. You can't guarantee anything, my friends. So let go and flow with the river of life to the best of your ability, and know that whatever you're doing in this moment, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. We're going to push forward together, spreading hope, love, and appreciation. Just give me a moment to take care of me, and we'll be right back to continue the shit show that is my life. Together as a group, we'll push forward and figure out a way to humble ourselves, find love, compassion, and respect. Feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and become part of the Turtle Herd, especially my buddy Circle here. We'd love to hear a little bit more and help you learn and grow and become a better human being on a daily basis. Not that you're anything inferior, but if you woke up perfect today, there'd be no point in going on, my friends. So let's keep pushing forward. I'm off like a herd of turtles. Catch you guys here real soon.